Hello and welcome to another one of my video tutorials for technology and project-based learning. My name is Harry Blatherman. This video and the rest of the video series that I'm creating are a component for my Masters of Education final portfolio in which I've developed a rationale for the integration of technology into project-based learning. Each video will highlight a specific technology tool that can be used in PBL. In this video, we'll be looking at a tool that's been around for a little while, but now it has a new name. What used to be called EdCanvas is now called blendspace. Blendspace is a very unique tool that has many different uses in a PBL context. While it has many uses, it's also a very simple tool to use. There's a free version, and this free version is adequate for most of us. There's also a premium version that has a monthly cost attached to it. However, the premium version does add a collaboration component to blendspace, allowing multiple users to work on the same space, and also allows you to add audio capturing to the space that you have. Blendspace is a great example of how technology can support learners who use project-based learning. It can also be used to tie into several of the Buck Institute for Education's essentials of project-based learning. One of the things I like about blendspace is that it easily supports the educator and helps you structure the learning process by allowing a central location to organize resources and significant content for your students. Blendspace also allows me as a teacher to have a hand in creating things in a similar fashion to the way that we want our students to create their artifacts and presentations. Let's have a look at blendspace. Let's log in. With blendspace, we can either have an existing Google account to log in with, a Facebook account, or a unique blendspace account. I'm going to sign in with my Google account. Once you're into blendspace, you'll want to create a new lesson. What is my canvas about? This canvas is about communication technology. So we have my title up here. Blendspace also allows me to change my template. Right now I've got a grid with 6 boxes. I want to change that a little bit. I want to make a grid with 4 boxes. So it's going to change the way that it looks. I can also change the theme going from grayscale to color. I'm going to add a little color to my resources. Now what I think is one of the great things about blendspace is that it can easily tie in to all these locations here on the side where we either look for information or we already have stored some of our resources. I'll show you how this works. We can easily put in a YouTube video. The YouTube video that I'm going to look for is about a program called PowerDirector, and I want to find out how to move pictures in that program. Once I have the video that I want, I can either preview it, or what I want to do if I like it is I can drag it into one of my spaces. I also want to give my students a picture. I want them to find a picture of a transparent for sale sign. It's going to be in a PNG format. So we're going to find one we like. I'll take this one and we'll use it over here. I can also add a label to each piece that I put in. They have to use this picture. So I give them a little instruction. Back to the side, we can also search Vimeo, Flickr for pictures, EduCreations, which is a great app for iPads and Androids. I can insert a web page, upload my own media content, or I can also tie into my Dropbox, my Google Drive account, or also insert a bookmark. I'm going to insert something from my Dropbox. I'm going to go to my ComTech folder, and I want to insert the storyboard that I want my students to use. You need to use this storyboard. Other things that we can do, I can also throw in a Word document from my Dropbox. And here's the rubric for their assignment. Now you can see that I've added another row, and I can keep adding rows to extend my space by simply clicking on the Add Row button. One of the things I can also do with blendspace is insert items from my Google Drive account. From my Google Drive account, I want to go to my ComTech folder, and I want to add the Figured Out Friday activity. Now these were the scripts that they needed to use. But again, I can also provide more information to them by clicking on the enter description. And what the enter description does, kind of puts it on the back of the space. And I can start to type in here. Feel free to make minor edits or changes to the script. What I like about this part, or the notes part, when my students use it as a portfolio or as a space where they can put their information and put their work, I often have them use this space as the reflection piece. So they can have their main piece on the front of the space, and they can have the reflections on the back of the space. So this is blendspace, and I'm hoping that you find some possibilities of how you can use this in your projects, and you can use it for setting up. You can tweet it, you can put it on Facebook, Edmodo, all kinds of other things that we can do, but I want to just give them the link. So I want to copy the link. Let me sign out of here for a moment so you can see how it will look for our students. I'll paste the link in, and we can get to my blend space. And we can see that we have our video, and it'll open up and play in YouTube. I'll close that. Here's the graphic that I want them to use, and they can go right to that. So we have all the assignments and all the components of the assignments in one central location. When your students are working on a project, I find that blendspace can be a great starting platform for all their inquiry, encourage voice and choice or how they wish to gather and organize their information, and also give them the opportunity for reflection by attaching those notes. The location for their blend spaces, and if they're making their own, can easily be shared to their public audience or whoever they want to share their information with. So far, the way I've been using blendspace is for doing some of my lessons and also encouraging my students to use it as an option for a digital portfolio. I feel that blendspace is a tool that can help you so much with your project-based learning. If you have students creating their own spaces, I really suggest that you somehow collect their addresses electronically to make it easier for you to locate them. Again, one of the big benefits of using blendspace, and one of the main reasons that I use it, it takes away some of the time-consuming things of organizing my information. One of the challenging things I find in project-based learning is the project management and how do I provide my resources to my students. With blendspace, providing access to the resources really has become a lot easier.